Take it easy. I got my disguise on right now. Let me show you my true identity. Let me show you Richie. Are you ready? Anyways, that's enough of that. Theatrical. Maybe you should learn some of it. Women like it when you're eating their pussy and you get theatrical. To be or not to be on your G-spot. Anyways, well, we're all adults here. This is a big boy channel. We got a kind of a short, little chunky cigar here. We got the Fuente Casa, Cuba. Now, I bought this last week. I'm lying. I'm not lying. I bought this Saturday. It's almost Thursday. Had it for a couple of days here. It's been aged 4 days in my house. It's quite some time. And so let's get right to it. The question is, did it age out? Does it taste like shit? Where's my cigar cutter? Man, I must have brought her home? Shit. Casa, Cuba, CC, which is code for 33. What's the smell of choach? Funky, sweet, breadiness. Quite nice. I don't know where my cutter is. Oh, I see it right here. It's right here. Anyways, though, it's been a while. I haven't had this cigar, especially in the size, but maybe this cigar, since I lived in the state of Florida. I remember at Neptune's, it was an indoor-outdoor lounge at Neptune's, and I remember going through the whole line between a few sizes of this, and I enjoyed them all, I believe. And nice-looking Ecuadorian wrapper. It's medium brown, slightly shiny. Oh, well, I could recommend Casa Cuba, but I'm telling you, you change the sizes on these, and it's going to change the experience. Well, PG, it's a good thing nobody fucking asked you. But I appreciate your opinion.
Feel like the whole world is falling around. So my bitch bring a friend or two. She gon' dance for 1,000. I'm trying. We did a lot of wrong things for the right reason. Shorty took clothes off before I put the house keys. Was hating from the start, I ain't forget about that. Slowly at the top, that's where the penthouse at. I might just hit Dubai and forget about rap. But my boys out the box, time to take a town back. Plus the mansion on the beach about 30 mil. When you come to the culture with a holy grill, Don Thega cop a brick before he cop a road. From Morocco to the Bronx, bitch, one of those.
All my niggas is rich from hard work. Made it out the gutter from hard work. Million in jury, my nigga, my Charles first. Bond work, you lost, but it don't forget. I just wanna elevate. Pop bottles of ballet, let's go celebrate.
You know, I'm here with Jay-Z T the T, and he's doing the Big Pap radio show, and we're disrespecting your ass, so stop messing with us white bitches.
Yo, CB, you think you can beat up Paulie Shaw?
You gotta hit
The fun in the
On the water, better like it's on the and then your ass is colossal, like whoop. Drop that ass, make it boomerang. Take my belt off, bitch, I'm Pootie Tang. Tippy towel, tippy tay, you gon' get a tip today. Fuck that, you gon' get some dick today. I walk in with my crew and I'm breaking their necks. I'm looking all good, I'm making her wet. They pay me respect, they pay me in checks. And if she look good, she pay me in sex. Do it, bounce that ass, it's the roundest. You the best, you deserve a crown, bitch. Right on the ass. Stop. Now make that motherfucker hammer time like. Go stupid, so stupid.
wobbly wobble, wobble, wobbin'. so fat, all these bitches pussies is throbbing. Bad bitches, I'm your leader. Phantom by the meter. Somebody point me to the best ass eater. Tell them pussy clean, I tell them pussy squeaky. Niggas give me brain, cause all of them niggas geeky. If he got a Mantango, then I buy him a dashiki. And bust his pussy open in the islands of Waikiki. Kiss my ass and my anus, cause it's finally famous. And it's finally solved, yeah, it's finally solved. I don't know, man, get some ass shots, wore off. Bitches ain't poppin', Google my ass. Only time you on the net is when you Google my ass. You fucking little whores, fucking up my decor. Couldn't get Michael Kors if you was fucking Michael Kors. Big Sean, boy, how big is yo? Give me all your money and give me all your residuals and slap it on my ass, 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 ass.
Now make that motherfucker hammer time.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Bounce that ass just like your friend too, bitch.
That's right, we're live. We're live in the city. My music's so loud, but the city doesn't care. That's right. No Glocks, no underwear. We're out here live on the motherfucking streets. And it's Richie, keeping it fucking real. You know what I'm saying, motherfucker? It's almost springtime, motherfucker. It's feeling maybe a little warm. Don't got a jacket. We're not even wearing a jacket. You like that? Are you fresh? You think we should smoke Casa, Cuba? Oh, maybe we should find out. Yeah. Yeah, bounce that ass, motherfucker.
Bounce that ass just like your friend. Bounce that ass just like your friend. Bounce that ass just like your friend. Bounce that ass just like your friend talk shit.
Yeah.
Bounce that ass just like your friend talk shit. Bounce that ass just like your friend too, bitch. Bounce that ass just like your friend too, bitch.
Yeah, we're at a light medium full. It's starting off stronger than I thought it would be, PG. We're at about 65% darkness. The Casa Cuba was never known for being an extremely dark cigar. However, in this short size, now it's a little fatter than the other ones. Not the fattest, I don't think. I don't know. I don't think. However, though, with this short size, see, distance also affects strength, perception. By starting off this short at a 4-inch cigar, it doesn't have much time to travel the smoke and it hits you immediately. Also, resistance. With only traveling from 4 inches from the beginning before it hits your mouth, no diddy, the smoke has less filler and binder to go through, and so less loss. You start off with a 7-8-inch cigar, no diddy. It has to go through all that tobacco to get to you. And trust me, tobacco, like anything else, absorbs smoke. Smoke, when I let it go, my clothes absorb some of it. This car absorbs some of it, right? I have the windows all open, and I'll get a detail, but you understand what I'm trying to say. So when the longer you go with a cigar, from the beginning, it's going to seem less intense, even with the same diameter, of course. If you go bigger, now we're opening it up, and now we're talking about watering it down through more airflow. But because the more room smoke has, the more intense it is. If I close these windows and smoke this cigar, it's going to appear a lot stronger because I'm stuck with the smoke. The more room smoke has, the more room vapors has, the more room anything has, the weaker it becomes. How do you know? The same guy in prison, clocked up like an animal, he's going to be fucking throwing hands. You give that guy 2 acres in Wyoming, he's going to be a fucking cattle farmer. Space creates peace. Unless it's a big pussy. If it's a big fucking chocha, that's different. You can't feel nothing. I gotta admit, it's right now it's a medium full, PG, and I'm quite impressed on it. It's not like a crazy strong cigar, but for a Fuente to be a medium full off the bat, it's a comfortable spicy cigar with slight bit of fruit note, like a dark fruit, which is quite pleasant. I'd say it's burning about maybe a little above fast, and a little above average, a little faster than average. Finish is pretty long and pretty heavy, 65% darkness. Slight nuttiness, it's a dry cedar. It's really not an oily, buttery kind of feeling on the mouth. No diddy. Oh, the new Corolla is great. Yeah, I love the new Corolla. Thank you for asking.
I went deaf on the bitch. Ever since you left me, more money, more car. I wish that I could stay here for life. Virginia, tickling you around Delaware before I enter. Jump to seduction from face hips to feet. A wiggle and a tickle can make the night complete. Now since you got the body of the year, come and get the award. Here's a hint, it's like a long, sharp sword. Flip tails and let me see you shake it up like dice. The way you shake it up is turning mighty men to mice. But A plus got a surprise, that's a backbreaker. Now let me see you shake it up like a rough shaker. All I wanna do is
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
boom, boom. Just shake your body.
Yeah.
All I wanna do is zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just shake your body. All I wanna do is zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just shake your body. All I wanna do is zoom, 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 and a boom, boom.
And shake the room.
Shake, baby,
Richie's real, motherfucker. Yeah, how's your balls? We're doing crazy things. We're smoking a cigar. It's just called theatrics. That's all it is. So you can make anything more exciting than what it really is. You could also make anything happier than what it is. Or you could also ruin it and be depressing. Now, life's already pretty depressing enough. Life's a pretty shitty place. A lot of that is manipulation. People manipulating the masses for profit and destroying, regular people's lives. However, though, they have more, they spend more on advertising, not just advertising like what you think, advertisements, but like literally the news, the media, governments, propaganda, schooling systems, entertainment. It's all geared to make you feel like, one, you have no power unless you're spending money to become happy, and it's never enough. And then on the flip side, once you get money, people are just gonna fucking hate. And then on the flip side, if you don't have money, you're gonna hate yourself because you're like, well, no one's gonna respect me until I have what they think I should have. And then when you have it, they hate you even more. They hate you because you're poor, and they're gonna hate you even more because you're rich. The one thing that they can't control if you don't allow it is your mind, your respect. That's why things like the mafia worked for a long time, because it was simply about respect. It was just real simple. No matter what they were into, whatever situation, it comes down to this. Each guy, as a collective, they all had mutual respect, but each guy individually. When I say respect, meaning they weren't just starting nothing for no reason. However, though, you're not going to just go to them and just disrespect them. That has to be handled. Actually, I look at the mafia, you could call it more as responsibility, meaning if you do something, you're going to be responsible for the outcome, called consequences. You know, if you talk shit to someone, there's going to be consequences. If you steal or you take something that doesn't belong to you, or you insult someone's wife, or you attack someone's child, well, with the mafia, there's going to be a thing called responsibility. And there's going to be a response, but someone is going to be responsible for the response. And a lot of people get responded to. This is an old school kind of vibe. The Casa Cuba was designed by Fuente, reminding them of their old Cuban heritage, because even though they've grown now in the Dominican Republic for years, who knows, 40 years, 30 years, at least since the 90s, right? Maybe before the 90s, since the 80s. Before that, they did grow some stuff in Nicaragua. And I think they got ran out of town there because of politics and the Contra wars. But however, though, Fuente is a fantastic brand about adapting, but just because they had to adapt, they were making cigars out of Miami for a long time, back in the day, in the 50s, 60s, and then after the Cuban embargo, they couldn't get tobacco anymore. They had to go other places, and they did go to Nicaragua, and that was good for a while, and then they had to go other places, because then bad things happened, and they had complete loss. And then you went to, other places. They went to Dominican Republic. So it wasn't like, oh, we can only make great cigars in Miami in the 1950s and 60s with Cuban tobacco, which I'm sure those Fuentes were fantastic. But things changed, but their respect, their respect, their responsibility for what their plan was in themselves and their family. They said, we can't do this here, all right, but we still got to do it somewhere else. You have to accept the things you can change, but then you must change the things you need to change. Now, of course, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But at the same time, there's always ways you could possibly improve. Even doing the same things, you could always become more efficient, more aware, better quality. And that's what I would say about Fuente products. They're just great quality. Their bands are always solid. Their cigars are pretty much always solid. Now, of course, there might be ones you enjoy more than others. And of course, you got to be careful of gouging, especially the past few years with internet rebuying and reflexing. I don't like that concept. Now, if you really want to buy a box of cigars or cigars that were bought and flipped, I'll salute. But I'm not dying to pay triple the price of a cigar. So, but anyways, though, the Casa Cuba is a very reasonably priced mid-tier cigar that if you're going for like modern stuff or like a broadleaf kind of vibe or Mexican San Andreas, it's not that kind of party. It's not even some like exquisite cigar or some crazy like extravagant blend. Or I don't even think it's really that easy to love. It's not really a real comfortable kind of blend, but I enjoy it. It's not scary, but it's strong enough. Casa Cuba, it's like it's darker than a Connecticut shade kind of vibe. We're zooming out now, just comparing to like cigars. It's not like a light shade Connecticut, but it's not like a real dark sun-grown, like really dark or real heavy type of that kind of vibe. It's somewhere between there, and it feels a comfortable void, like some kind of like slightly not dark Habano, but not a super light Habano. So that kind of vibe. Like, if we're zooming out, comparing it to like just overall cigars, like where I'd put how it feels, So it has enough strength and enough balls and enough flavor to keep you interested, but it's not going to blow your chocha. And you can kind of have this pretty much any time of the day. Not that I would probably do it first thing in the morning, but after a late breakfast around 11 o'clock in the morning, I could light this thing up with a cup of coffee, relax, mind my business. Absolutely. It's not really the kind of blend I'd probably have with like some big peaty scotch or something like that, or an IPA. Maybe just a cold beer, or possibly a fun margarita. I will say this though, due to the slightly larger gauge on this Casa Cuba, I think it opens it up enough to where you get some nice sweetness to it. If you go with the smaller gauges, even if they're longer length, it's going to affect the blend. I think you'll get more of the spice and maybe some of the breadiness, because it does have some of that twanginess. It's a dry cedar, and that bready twanginess that you kind of get of that kind of vibe. Slightly earthy as well. Not like an earth bomb, but it's slightly earthy. And the flavors are really nice though. The Casa Cuba is something that grew on me. Years ago, I remember when I first had one. I don't think I liked it, because compared to like an Añejo, of course Añejo is a better cigar. But my point is though, it's about twice the price. But the point is, it's just not the same kind of vibe. Casa Cuba, man, it's an homage to the past, which I respect that. And it's an homage to how cigars used to taste back in the 1950s and 60s. So I respect that for what they tried to did. And I always have a great time with them. Great burn. We're going to drop that ash. I don't want to get any ash in my Corolla. Solid cigar, though. And I'm having a great time. Affordable, probably about $9 or $10 for the size. You can get at least 45 minutes out of this if you smoke it slow. It's a 4-inch cigar. It feels like a 4x50, maybe 52. You have to look that up. I don't think it's a 54, and if it is a 54, you're gonna have to excuse me. But I think it's a 52. getting a little richer, a little heavier on the finish, 65% darkness. It's a fun vibe. I like this cigar. I think it's a good beach cigar. You know what I'm saying, though? It's fun, it's lively, not too heavy, but strong enough. You could smoke this, and I think a couple hours later, you could have a different cigar, and your palate's not going to be totally blown out. But at the same time, it's strong enough that if it's your one and done end of the night, you have no problem with it. It's a cigar that fits a nice void. You know what I'm saying, though? I really do. I think Casa Cuba's nice. I think Casa Cuba's a nice cigar, and the more I have them, even though it's been a while now, because I'm always reviewing different stuff, but I smoked the shit out of them when I was in South Florida, which is about a half hour north of Miami. I was smoking these a lot around a late afternoon with just a Cuban coffee and under the palm trees watching the ladies go by. And the Casa Cuba was a nice time. I think some of my favorite sizes, though, I did like the Doble tray. It's the 3, the 2, and the 4. And I don't remember all the other sizes. You have to look it up. And then you have the Divine Inspiration. A great flavor, though. And it's not just great flavor. It combined, it's a great blend. It's not notes you never had before. It's not something that you're like, oh, well, Richard, then why is it special? You just got to try it. In this category and at that price point, around that $10 price point, it's better than a lot of cigars, not just at that price point, but in that kind of flavor category. Okay, because you can't compare this to a Mexican San Andreas, or something like that, If you go home for like a $10, $11 cigar in like a mid-tier category with like an old school kind of profile blend, basically you say not going for non-Maduro or non-shade, it's nice. And it's definitely Richie certified. I've been smoking for a long time. Bands are solid. And it's kind of a lot going on the bands. I never really pay attention. I like the orange and the gold. It's quite nice. Where would I put this experience? Well, it's not a 5.0, and it's not a godlike cigar, but it's really good. It's really good. Casa Cuba's solid, man. For me, where I'd put this at a really respectable 4.65. 4.5 is where it's like good to very good. 4.5, it's really a good to very good. 4.6 is a solid very good. Once I give a cigar a 4.6, that's a really good review. It's not the best cigar or not like high, amazing, but 4.6 is good. This is a 4.65. I don't believe this is an amazing cigar, but however, though, it's only a mid-tier price point, $10. It's not asking for much. So to have a 4.65 high very good that you could recommend, that's consistent, that's enjoyable, and you could kind of use it for different times for only $10, a lounge price, well, then I could really recommend it then. And I would say it's box worthy if you like it. Try a few in different sizes before you buy a box and see which one hits your chocha the best. The Casa Cuba, it's classic, it's been around, and as long as Fuente's making cigars, they're going to make Casa Cuba, I guarantee it. They've grown on me. I enjoy them. You can't always be Opus X. I love Opus X, but Opus, the only reason why Opus X, okay, if everything was Opus X, what I'm saying is there wouldn't be Opus X. So I can't just smoke, not just price-wise, but I can't just smoke Opus X every day. It's too much. But Opus X is pretty much their best cigar they ever made as far as the impact. Now, of course, from there, then there's been so many offshoots of the Opus X, but the only reason why you have offshoots of the Opus X is because Opus X is the father of high-end luxury cigars for Fuente and also really kind of for the world in the non-Cuban cigar category. Like, Opus X is the golden standard of luxury cigar. And not just saying luxury because you charge the money. Like, when you have a cigar at a level of Opus X, it better be fantastic. It better be godlike. because it's not cheap. But at the same time, you're talking about I get Opus X's around $20. So people forget like $20 is really expensive for a cigar, even in 2026. So you get brands like Rocky Patel, like, yeah, here's our new $24 cigar. Bro, I mean, you can't just throw a $25, $30 cigar price tag on a cigar and go, whoa, it's as good as Opus X. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. This is a fantastic cigar, nice profile, great burn, great flavor. And shit, I could smoke 2 of these back to back. I like the dry cedar, slightly salty. Nice little bit of dark fruit, lightly earthy. Black pepper, but a comfortable amount, but it's nice. When I hold the smoke on this, like I can feel the message of this cigar. Like I get what they were trying to do. Fuente's really good at making complete blends. But when you hold the smoke, you're like, I get it. And then they're very consistent about every time you smoke it. However, though, not every Fuente is a complete blend. There has been some, like on the stronger, like sun-grown cigars, or some of the sun-growns and the Fuentes I'm not crazy about, even though they're still good per se. But it's just not as a complete kind of like a magical Fuente kind of vibe. You're like, oh. So I digress, though. I love the rare pink. I have a great time with that. I guess what I'm trying to say is I like Fuente. I love Fuente. But they don't just have a blank check with me, like, because I smoke them. And every time I smoke them, just because I love Fuente, if it sucks or it's not good, I'm going to tell you. And it's really generally not my experience with Fuente. Fuente is a brand you could count on. The Hemingway series, hundreds. I've smoked hundreds, more than 100. More than 200. I've smoked the Hemingway series, the Natural Cameroon, so many times. Now, the Maduro, I don't think I've smoked 100 of those, but over 50. I've smoked the Maduro a lot. And I had a great time. Great time. If you ever see a Hemingway Fuente, Hemingway Maduro in any size, smoke it. Smoke it. Smoke it. Don Carlos's Personal Reserve, oh my goodness. One of the best Cameroons ever made. The Fuente Between the Lines is the literal best barber pole ever made. There's no other barber pole that comes close in like a general production. It's $20. The Fuente Hemingway barber pole is the best barber pole you're gonna get like around that price point. No one's making like $100 barber poles. So the point is, there's a lot of accolades when it comes to Fuente. However, though, I'm not crazy about their like real mid-tier stuff, like the Fuente white box, like the regular Chateau, like natural and Maduro and sun-grown. Like they're like the cheap Fuentes in the white box. Like anything cheaper is like curly head, but the cheap Fuente in the low end and the white black box, I don't like them. So I'm not some just Fuente sellout just because it says Fuente. There's Fuentes I hate. I don't smoke cheap Fuente, and it's not because I'm an asshole. I'm not. Like low-end Fuente, like the regular Chateaus with the red and green band, the regular Fuentes, I'm not a fan. And I've tried to smoke them. I am not a fucking fan. Then you have the sun-growns, the Magnums, the Magnum R's. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. I can go on, man. Fuente has some, in their regular production, Fuente has some serious catalog. They have some fantastic cigars that I really know you could have a great time. So try to explore, in the Fuente lineup, not just a blend, but multiple sizes in the same blend. See how it hits your chocho. Smoke all the Hemingways, natural, Cameroon, and Maduro in multiple sizes. Just enjoy that. You could do that for a couple of months. Smoke your brains out. Have some fun with Don Carlos. There's multiple Don Carlos. Rego Don Carlos, you have the Personal Reserve, and then there's like that Don Carlos the Man. You could smoke some great cigars there. With the Anejo, is going to be the Anejo. Multiple sizes. I pretty much smoked them all. You can have a great fucking time. Rare pinks. I smoked a lot of sizes of those. My favorite is that short 4x60, believe it or not, that Fat Boy cigar. Oh man, that thing was fucking amazing. So, I digress. So yeah, I love Fuente because Fuente loves me. Fuente has given me a lot of great times and great memories and great cigars. And then there's a lot of great Fuentes that aren't Fuentes. All the Ashton cigars are Fuentes, not like Ashton La Roma de Cuba, because Ashton's also a conglomerate. Ashton owns La Roma de Cuba, which is made by my father, and San Cristobal, which is made by my father. But regular Ashton cigars are all made by Fuente. So if you want to expand your Fuente knowledge, go smoke VSG, ESG, Symmetry, the Cabinet, and the Heritage, and the Ashton Aged Maduro. All fantastic cigars, all Fuente. There is some Fuente products for, what's that Julius Caesar brand? What's that Diamond Crown? There's some great Diamond Crowns. And they even gave you some cool sizes. They did some of those shark sizes on the Diamond Crown. So, I mean, don't sleep on Diamond Crown JC Newman if it's a Fuente product. You know, you can expect the Diamond Crown Maximus, Diamond Crown Julius Caesar, Diamond Crown regular Maduro in Connecticut, and the aged the aged Maduro is the Ashton. But anyways, though, what a lineup! What a glorious brand that respects itself. You can't just say I respect other people, but you don't respect yourself. If you only respect other people and you don't respect yourself, you're a kiss ass. A man of respect respects himself first. When you respect yourself first, what you do is you say, I'm not going to just disrespect for someone. No, I don't start nothing. At the same time, I don't take no shit. Fuente is a brand to be respected. They fought long and hard over 50 years, over 70 years, to create a brand that really is respected. And I think 50 years from now, it's still going to be respected. Unless if they go through some massive collapse, then they sell the brand off to some conglomerate and they ruin it. But I don't think that's going to happen. As long as Carlito's lineage is within the family brand, and God bless Carlito, hope he has another 50 years. But, you know, it's life, right? Who knows how much years we have left? And who's going to run the brand after him? I don't know. But I hope it stays in the family. I love Fuente cigars because they've given me love. They've respected my time and my money, and they pretty much never gave me a bullshit cigar. Now, their lower end stuff, it's just not for me. It doesn't hit me right. For me, I'd rather smoke AJ stuff, whether his or collaborations, in the $8 to $10 range over like regular Fuentes. But from Casa Cubas and Hemingway up, that's where I start fucking with Fuente big time. Casa Fuente, Hemingways, and the Magnum-Rs, that's where I really start fucking with Fuente, and then going up. That's, you know, all the brown box Fuentes, you know, in the brown cedar box. You know, that's where I fuck with Fuente, totally. And you can take that to the bank, and you cash it twice. I'm gonna get out of here. It's Richie, 4.65. The Casa Cuba, a great time. Bready, dry cedar, black pepper, slightly earthy, a little dark fruit, nice flavor. Pretty long, heavy finish. It's a lively, fun cigar. I also think the cigar would be fantastic with a dry champagne. Don't sleep on champagne. You don't got to be a homosexual to enjoy champagne. Guys, champagne is a classy thing. If you can't afford or buy a bottle of French Moet champagne, buy a bottle of California Moet. They make a Moet Chandon for $18 made in California. I think it's pretty much just as good. There's some things don't know that the Moet just does better. But I can get Moet for about $45. But however, though, $18, $19, if you're going to have more than 2 glasses, Just drink a bottle of California Chandon, and honestly, you won't know the difference. It doesn't have to be imported or shipped from overseas, so it cuts costs. The California Moet Chandon or Mums, even the California versions are solid. I've had a great time with those. I'll see you guys around. You stay fresh. Don't do drugs. Limit your alcohol content. Don't drink and drive. And don't do a felony, but especially don't get caught doing a felony. If you didn't get caught, it didn't happen. But if you don't do it, you don't have to look over your shoulder. Just think about it. If you don't like someone, just think about doing something. And then go have a fucking cheeseburger, milkshake, go get a blowjob. Tomorrow's another day. And you know what? You could think about that person every day, what you want to do. But if you don't do it for real, you never have to go for real prison. There's no prison yet for imagination. I'm sure they're going to try to do that. But in the meantime, there's no prison for imagination. If you bury someone in the woods in your mind and you don't tell anybody, you ain't going to do no time. So don't do anything fucking stupid. And if you are going to do something stupid, don't get caught. Anyways, I salute. Stay out of trouble. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.